According to a new report by the Senate's Joint Economic Committee, deaths from alcohol are now at their highest level since prohibition became law a century ago. Suicides have risen dramatically as well. Taken together, suicides, drug ODs, and alcohol deaths have been dubbed deaths of despair, for obvious reasons. If the numbers tell us anything, it's that America has more despair than at any time in the last century. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri is paying attention to this, despite the fact almost nobody else is. We talked to him recently. What do these numbers tell us, do you think?
They tell us that we have a crisis on our hands, Tucker. It's a crisis of hope in many places, like in my state of Missouri. I just spent a number of days traveling across the state, talking to some of the most economically distressed, or visiting some of the most economically distressed areas. And I can tell you, every single person who I talked about the meth epidemic that is overwhelming the state, talked about suicide. I remember meeting one guy in a coffee shop who was wearing a wristband that said, "Talk to me." And I said, "What's that for?" And he said, in their little town, they had multiple teen suicides just in the last year. It's everywhere. It's a crisis.
I mean, I think you could count alcohol, cirrhosis deaths, drug ODs, in some cases diabetes, type 2 diabetes. But they're all forms of suicide. They're deaths of despair, as we said in the intro. Why is almost nobody in Washington mentioning this? I can't remember this being brought up at the Democratic debates, for example. Why?
All praise. I'll tell you why. All praise to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly mother, sanctifying Yahawah, the Holy Son. We'll tell you why. We'll tell you why all of those things are happening to you people, okay? Usually we will begin in Genesis 15, verse 13, which is a prophecy that had been fulfilled, which is corresponding to us, the true chosen, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, Genesis 15:13. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. We fulfill this 400 years prophecy. Next verse is for you, Gentiles, whether you're chosen or not. Also, that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward that they come out with great substance. Okay, we will come out this. We will not come out of the land, but we will come out of the captivity. We will come out of the condition with great substance. Substance, in that sentence, the great substance means a lot of wealth. Now, people, a lot of you already know this phenomenon has been going on for quite some time, but don't let this fool you. The reason why nobody is saying anything, nobody act like this doesn't exist, this isn't the first time. And don't let people telling you that the so-called drug crisis, the opioid crisis, been going in for 20 years now, since 2000, since in the 2000 or 1999. That's false. Let's take a quick look when that thing start to getting really bad, when people start seeing there's a very strange thing going on, especially in the upper class, upper middle class, okay, especially verily in the upper class. Now those people, those Gentiles, they have been passing on the cup. Remember in Psalm 75:11, 75:8, the Lord has a cup in his hand. So, and Isaiah 51:22 told us that we've been drinking in this cup, and the Lord awaken us. And Joel 1:5, okay, Joel chapter 1 verse 5, awake ye drunkards, and weep and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it's cut off from your mouth. Okay, so and 2 Nephi 8 verse 17, awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk of the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. This is go to precept to Psalm 75:8. Okay, thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling wrung out. So the cup has been given unto them. So that's why they are drunk. They don't know why. What's going on? They used to be on the top. Now everything is coming down. The meth epidemic is through the roof. The opioid, we're not going to mention that. The crack, the alcohol, prostitution, and the disease, all the plagues, everything is worse now. They've been going through this for a while, but you know one thing about Gentiles, they're really good. They are very good at hiding things. Is that thing still right? They are very good at hiding things. Back when we didn't have this type of technology, especially the one that I'm doing right now, they used to hide things all over. Let's take a quick look when that opioid thing really start to get bad. We'll be right back instantly. And we're back just like that. So this is a show that aired. Oh, you might hear it and one here.
There are many
Okay, you know what? It's not even playing. Let's see what we can do here.
Legally. The Food and Drug Administration had estimated in 1970 that some 8 billion.
Today with
Good Lord, it took me hours.
And welcome
Oh,
to Woman.
give me a second.
Why do people take drugs?
of the world of
Jesus Christ.
with Sandra Elmer.
I can't even make this thing
Good
without
evening,
being
and
interrupted.
welcome to Woman. Why do people take drugs? Why, more importantly, do middle-class women with most of the advantages of our affluent society take drugs? My guest, Barbara Kerr.
Affluent society. You already know. Gentiles.
Has some insights into these questions.
Apology. So if you heard it playing in the right ear or left, I believe it's the left, that's because that side's originally recorded. There's nothing I can do about that.
In her book, Strong at the Broken Places, are 6 highly individual, candid, and revealing stories of women who tell what it's like to face the good and bad sides of American society, eventually coming to grips with their own pains and addictions. Barbara is a journalist from Chicago. Barbara, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sandy.
Can you tell me how you came to write this book?
Well, it's not a terribly exciting story. I felt, as I think so many women do today, a certain debt to the feminist movement.
That's a lie. That's a lie. This is just garbage. We're not going to acknowledge this. This is all garbage.
To the women who've done so much to make life easier for the particular kind of woman that I happen to be and that I assume you are.
Yeah. Code name. Code words, you know. White supremacists. Gentiles.
By virtue of your profession.
Mm-hmm.
But in my years of professionalism in Chicago and Los Angeles, in the Midwest, I could not help but notice that immense numbers of middle-class women were taking drugs. And
a lot of white women, rich white women, they were taking drugs. A lot of Gentiles. This is back in 1974. I mean, anybody that are in the truth, you already know what's going on. You already know those people been hiding this type of plague for quite some time.
they were taking them habitually, day to day.
They were addicts.
And I wanted to
proper word, junkie.
find out, in part, why they turned to drugs, but even more importantly, how they resolved the problems that led them into drug use in the first place.
The cup.
And so that's what the book is really about. It's about middle-class women and their psychological problems, their desperate solutions.
That word, desperate, despair, death of despair, desperate, unhappy, sorrow.
Among which we find drugs and their resolution.
Tell me a little bit about how you gathered the material for the book.
Haphazardly. I sent word out through friends in drug programs and Alcoholics Anonymous groups. I contacted psychologists and psychiatrists who gave me names of patients, of acquaintances. But I found that after the first month, it was not a question of my seeking out women. Women started coming to me.
Which showed you it was an epidemic back then. After 30 days, she didn't even have to go ahead and look for them. They were looking for her. Okay, that's how bad it was in 1974. Well, before 1974. Let's take it like in 1970, because that was like 4 years after she came in the show.
And after the first 6 months, it became almost impossible for me to go out socially without meeting at least one woman who wanted to talk to me about her drug-taking career.
Can you define the kind of addict that you're talking about in the book?
Yes, and it's important to do so because I really believe that women take drugs for different reasons than men.
Those are garbages. She just spewing garbage, and she didn't want to say white women or Gentiles, but that's what it is. She will just go ahead and describe. Oh, thank you, sweetie. All right, my daughter bought me a burger. All right then.
Men do, and that adults take them for different reasons than children, and that middle-class people take them for different reasons than disadvantaged or upper-class people. And what
This is all all garbage. White women, middle class, upper class, there is no distinction. There's two classes in America. The Gentiles and the chosen. The chosen one and the grafted mixes, and the Gentile. There's two classes, the rich and the poor. There's no such thing as a rich and in the middle, like the somewhat poor and somewhat rich. No, black and white. That's what it always been. So she just told you, like, the white people, the white folks were taking a hell of a lot of drugs, like a lot. Okay, so that was 1974. It was already an epidemic back then.
I wanted to talk about here was a specific incident, and that's the middle class woman who is likely to be well educated.
Yes.
At least went to college or had the opportunity to go to college.
Yes.
Though she may have chose not to. Who came from what we recognize as the distinctly advantaged sector of society.
White folks, Gentiles, the advantage one. Okay? White supremacy, that's what she's explaining.
The two-parent household, the professional father or one at least minimally successful in business, and a mother that stayed at home and took care of the children. And I found that, as I think the book points out, that quite possibly proportionally and in absolute numbers, there are more habituated drug takers among middle-class women than in any other sector of society.
You hear what she said? She said that, forgive me. Yeah, my daughter bought me that food. She said white women, white Gentiles women, Gentile women in general were taking drug more than any other group. And this woman is not lying to you. She said that we already knew this. All our people knew this, but the media choose to gaslighting our people, okay, brainwashing the whole population since the 70s and making them believe that it was a lower class problem, quote unquote Hebrew problem. But this woman just tell you right now that most of the drugs that have been consumed were consumed by white women and men too, somewhere.
What kind of drugs are you talking about?
I'm talking about any mind-altering drug, be it legal or illegal.
What do you mean by legal drug?
By legal drug, I mean those that are commonly prescribed by a physician. Barbiturates, tranquilizers, and amphetamines.
Diet pills?
Diet pills, which are amphetamines. And I also include alcohol. I did not know when I began research for the book that I would include alcohol, but it quickly became obvious that drug-taking behavior is indistinguishable. I mean, once a person becomes habituated to drugs, it doesn't matter whether they're drinking alcohol, beer, or bourbon, or whether they're taking legal drugs or whether they're taking illegal drugs. Like,
short point, drugs are drugs. We'll stop right here. So don't let those people try to fool you. Let's see. This thing happened in 1974. Let's see the date so we won't be wrong. It happened in 1974, August 14, 1974. But prior to that, I'd say 4 years earlier than the 1970s. It could be a 1971 or 2, but we'll put that at 1970. Now, from 1970, simple math, we already know the answer. From 1970, as of today, 2020, it's been over 50 years. People, Jews and Gentiles alike, it's been over 50 years. Is that thing recorded? Please record. Yes, it is. It's been over 50 years. Those people been hiding this problem. Well, the problem has been starting. So all of a sudden now they all like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. People, I don't know. Oh my God, we didn't know that. Our people were taking a lot of drugs. Let's move in with Tucker. Whatever his name is.
Yeah, well, I mean, what the Democrats are talking about is banning plastic straws.
See, this is the thing. Any problem they run into, they cannot resolve it. They turn it into something else. Politics. Let's politicize. Let's blame it on the Democrat. Let's blame it on the Republican. Let's blame it on the left. Let's blame it on the right, liberal, whatever the hell they call conservative. Let's blame it. Those blame, they're just switching. Let's blame it on black people. Let's blame it on them, on the Hebrews.
And banning cows, open borders. Part of it is, Tucker, is that the elite consensus that drives Washington.
This is the code word that I hate. The elite. The elites are doing this. Scum.
And has driven the establishment on both sides, has helped cause this problem. I mean, things like
the Most High control the both sides. He's the master chess player, not you, not the elite. I know when they say the elite, they mean themselves.
Like immigration that has kept wages down for too long in this country. Things like free trade, supposedly, that's actually been unfair trade that sent jobs overseas away from these communities that are struggling. And then, of course,
that's not true. When you're watching these women, that was back in the 1970s, and it's been happening earlier. Those women were wealthy women. Okay, they were wealthy women. It's not like, oh, they don't have a job or anything like that. It's the cup has been passing on to you. You have to drink the dregs of that cup. That's what it is. The cup has been passing on to you. Okay? Oh, it is still. All right.
Of course, the drugs, I mean, the drugs are pouring across the southern border. That's where almost all the meth in this country is made. It's made in Mexico. It comes across the southern border, but neither establishment has wanted to do anything about it. And that's one of the reasons we have the crisis that we do.
No, that's not the reason at all. That's not even one of the reasons. The only reason why you have this crisis is because the cup has been passing on to you. Isaiah 51:22. Let's just pull that out right quick. Okay. Isaiah 51 verse 22. Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, and even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. The cup has been passing on to you, man. Lamentation tell you this. So that's why you see those guys are confused, even though they act like we don't know what happened and stuff, but you do. Okay? Remember, the woman was talking about suicide and all that. So let's take a little moment about like this suicide right here. Let me see if I can play one of my beats because I don't want to get struck by YouTube. Let's mute that. Let me look for one of my beats and then I'll play it on the background so we can listen to it. Hillary Tish died 36 years old. Whoops. She ended her own life after a history of depression and PTSD. She was also living in California. She was 36 years old. This happened like in this August. This dude, James Baker, died age 45 years old, died on the 30th of July 2020. He ended his own life by a gunshot to the head. They have an epidemic of that in Utah. Okay, he was in Texas. Kelly Blasker died age 42. She ended her own life just 2 years after her son ended her own life. She was heartbroken from the death of her son. She was also Texas weather forecaster. Okay, so her son committed suicide, then she committed suicide. It's really bad. They won't show it, but it's really bad. Again, it's all the Gentiles, Moab, Edom, all of them. Okay, she ended her own life and was found unconscious in her home. In Korea, South Korea, dude, it's an epidemic. The students, it's just, and people, look, those are not regular people like not rich people. Those are actresses, newscasters, new weathercasters, people that's important people that have like good job and stuff. Okay, she's a weather forecaster or whatever. Okay, this is an actress. This is another actress right here. Okay, this is another actress. Those are the people that somewhat have money. I mean, I thought money makes you happy. You know, they always tell our people, oh, money doesn't make you happy. You know, they always say money doesn't make you happy. But as you can see, okay, this dude hanging himself. You know, a lot of those people, they are rich people. Okay, because the cup has been passing on to them, and they don't want to say anything about the epidemic, but it's pretty bad. Okay, it's very bad. Look at this: actor, singer, model, producer, and TV host. Those are the people that is somewhat okay. Oh, you made it, man! You're 48 years old, and you made it. You're a TV actor. You're a Mexican actor, singer, model, producer, and a TV host. Man, yeah, this guy got a lot of. That's all he does. Suicide video. I will highly suggest you subscribe to him because he has like a lot of videos where people committed suicide and stuff. It's everywhere. South African celebrities that commit suicide, and children and teenagers that has died by suicide. Even their children. You know, we're not gonna watch a lot of this, but we're just gonna go ahead and make some few comments because this isn't something that is healthy for our people to watch or even be aware of. This is a 12-year-old little girl. She was being bullied online because she was bisexual. I wonder, she enjoyed drawing, playing video games, but she was bisexual, and then somehow she hung herself. And they were bullying her, and this girl, she died. She's 15 years old. Posted a video on YouTube which she used a series of flash. That was pretty bad. Some dude bullied her into showing her boobs, and when she showed her breast, and then the dude tricked her into showing her breast. She was just like 14 when that happened, and then this kid was bisexual. When she showed her breast, and the dude asked her to show a picture of a private part. If she doesn't, he's going to release the video, which he did, and all her school know about it, and then they tease her every day until she killed herself. Okay, those are a bunch of gay kids, you know, LGBT kids that, you know, they confuse again. They've been drinking that cup, you know, they are confused, so they get killed. They just killed themselves, you know. He just moving in front of a car that was running, you know. She was being bullied online, 10 years old, okay. Ashanti Davis. So again, we're not looking at color, we're looking at the spirit and the behavior, okay. So there's a song playing in the background. No. Oh yeah, there's a song playing in the background. Where is? Nope. I don't want that. Okay, so a lot of those kids, it's pretty bad, people. It's been bad. Like they don't want to touch on that because they control the media. She has been sexually assaulted by 3 teenage boys at a party, and pictures of the assault were posted online with accompanying bully. Okay, things like that happen all the time. They rape this girl and they take picture, video of her, and then post it online, and nothing happened to those boys. It happened so many times. Okay, she was bullied in person and online by peers about her weight, calling her fat. And then the bullies create dating website to harass her and use her number to tell people she's giving herself up for sex. So all the evil stuff, the evil typical stuff. What is it, babe?
You good?
Yeah. I just need my water that I put under the fridge.
Jug water?
Yeah. She was bullied at a cafe where she worked. She was spat on, called fat and ugly, and on occasion a fish oil poured all over her hair and clothes. Body ended up alive by jumping from a multi-story car park. It's crazy. She was gang raped by a group of older boys from a school in Melbourne, and she was relentlessly tormented by school bullies and gave up battle her demons. Cassidy ended her own life after being constantly bullied. So that gang rape happened all the time, people. And I'm not that type of guy that go around and glorify this type of things. I'm just letting you know that, thank you, things like that are happening and there's nothing they can do about it. Holy Angels Catholic Academy. You know what those priests do to those boys, all right? She experienced a cycle of bullying from 3 female bullies at school. She left a note to her family. You get the pictures, okay? This dude's got hundreds of videos of suicide. And the funny thing about it, he has so many videos about Gentiles, quote unquote, white folks. And people were complaining in the comment board saying that, why do you have videos of white people only? So he had to make a video explain why he did this, because the crisis was primarily affecting them. So he has to make a video where he says black people committed suicide. It's somewhere around here. Let's pull it up. And you'll see the type of black people that committed suicide. You know what? Let me pause this and then look for it right quick so we won't lose time. You know what? I can't find it, but let me look through this while you guys are looking at the faces of the people that committed suicide, and hopefully I can find it. Okay, this was a YouTuber, guys. He committed suicide. He was a great YouTuber. I forgot his name. Daniel Desmond, but he had like a funny name, like a anime name. And the story goes, he had mental problem, but he was so successful. Okay, whenever you see this, whenever you see one of our people being successful, and he was tormented, what they were doing, they were giving big donation to his name and then cancel the account. For instance, somebody give like a $5,000 donation, and then the card turned out to be a stolen card, and then they will charge him the return check for the bounce check, and they will charge him for the fraud. So he was losing money because he was being so successful. So he was being tormented and bullied, and then one day they found him dead in a river. So it's crazy, but you got the idea. So all right, looking at the faces, yeah, people were complaining like, why you keep doing white people and stuff? Black people committed suicide too. And he explained, it's like, he put everybody in there. It's just they don't have that much black folks, so he had to piece things together to make a video about black people. Look at this sweet little girl right here, very small little girl. Okay, Jessica Scottson. I believe one of them committed suicide because she thought she was getting fat when she was extremely skinny. There's a disorder name for this. Look at these people. This guy's got hundreds of video, and that's another channel that he made. Because I guess the other channels, something happened, somebody complaining too much, and they had to cancel. He had to cancel. See, okay, this is the like lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender, suicide. This is too much. I'm not gonna even go there. So you can see the type of the people that they are saying that we might associate with our people because quote unquote they look like us, but that's not what it is. It's not about look, it's about the spirits and the action of those people. And when you look at most of those people that look like us, it's usually some type of LGBT fellow that committed suicide. I can't find the video. I think he removed it. He removed the video, and that was the video that have the most comment, a lot of hatred. Some people call, yeah, you black people committed suicide too. Yeah, whatever. And they were all over the video. I can't find it here. I think he removed it. I type it in. It's not popping up. I can't find it. Yeah, I remember this girl. Beautiful women. It's really bad, people. Those are like the one that he can report, the one that he found. I can't find it. I think he removed it. I think he had to make a video explaining to people, yo, stop making this about race. I'm sorry, man. It's just like he had to do this. It's like, yo, stop doing this, man. This is serious. This is a serious plague that is besetting us. Stop doing that silly comment and all that bull about like this being some type of race. You always have to send some message out there. And we all know this wasn't suicide, but, whatever. So, I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. He removed it. But nonetheless, let's watch the South African one. Just to see, because a lot of those people look like us. We know a massive amount of them are Hamites, but well, we don't even want to go there. It's actress, okay? Those people are actress, people that has money, people that's supposed to be happy, but we already know money doesn't bring you happiness. The cup has been passed. Let me see. He was a South African racing driver who won numerous local racing titles. Could you die while attempting to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? No, wait. Those are not suicide. Those are okay, celebrities who have died and those who have suicide. Okay, he died by accident. He was trying to do some white people stuff. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, climbing mountain. I don't know why people want to do this, climbing mountain to prove something, going in the Himalaya, trying to climb the Himalaya to prove people something. This dude lost his life because he was trying to climb some mountain in Tanzania. Like, why? Obadiah said they live in the cleft of the rock and the high mountains. Why would you do this? But again, let me see this dude. He was South African, Motswasko rapper who performed in several languages, mostly in Setswana. Died by suicide. He had been battling depression due to this faltering career. Okay. Okay, these dudes died by suicide. Jabulani Sambo. Okay, let's move a little bit quicker. Let's see this girl, 23 years old. She was a South African vocal protester at Rhodes University. Excuse me. Died by suicide, battling depression, and being raped by her boyfriend. It's a real problem over there in South Africa. Okay, let's pick up the other one. by suicide and depression was not in a happy place and suffered from mental disorder. She was an African transgender woman who was also famous DJ. So you can see this. You can see the people that quote unquote look like us when they commit suicide like this. Something is terribly out of place. Okay, he was a South African gospel musician that has touched many hearts with his beautiful voice. He has some type of stomach cancer condition, so that wasn't suicide, but unfortunately he died. Okay, musician died after diagnosed with brain cancer. 38 years old, young man. Singer writer died by suicide when she threw herself off an apartment building after she complained about having serious problem. Okay, what kind of problem that you have? You had to throw yourself out of a window and kill yourself from your apartment. Like, what kind of serious problem? We don't know. Okay, this is no joke, people. Suicide is no joke. Being died after brutally stabbed by his then girlfriend. You know, his girlfriend killed him. 37 years old. Kululiko Abedi. You know, this is real, man. This is a very, very horrible thing that's happening, but it happened. Died from kidney failure. 37 years old. Simba died when he was involved in a car accident. Tragic things. Okay, this is a happy woman right there. She won some type of things right there. What is this? Her name is Shoki Mokgapa, 34, died in 2018. She was a South African actress known for Dread. Oh yeah, that movie, dude. Dread, like, whoa, Dread was like my. Wait, is it the Dread that I'm talking about? That was one of my favorite movies. Shoki died by suicide after a lengthy battle with clinical depression. So you can see this, like, a lot of those people are truly depressed, even though they won, they're actress, they playing big movie. But it happened. It happened. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, so that's like quote unquote, because people been complaining like he's not making video with black people in him, and which he explained many times. This isn't about race, this is about something that happened. You can check this guy channel. His name is Mr. Caring Guy. He make tributes to video, and boy, some of the suicide. There's a kid, he killed himself because somebody stole his iPhone, so he blew his head off. So a Gentile boy. Tragic things, man. Horrible things that's happening to the Gentile boy. Hey man, the cover has been passing on to them. Like as Isaiah said, let's put Lamentation. Okay, Lamentation 21. No, that's Lamentation 4:22. It's like 10:1. I think it's 22, but yeah. Rejoice, or be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So this is horrible, but that's what the Most High is doing. So let's watch this dude. I think we got two. Oh no, we got one more, and I want you to pay attention to this video right here.
This is Suicide Prevention Month, designed to raise awareness of an epidemic. Every 90 minutes, someone between the ages of 15 and 24 takes his or her life. The young woman you're about to meet tonight was 17. Her parents share Alexandra's story with Jim Axelrod in our continuing series, Eye on America.
Tonight was beautiful. I saw the moon, I saw the stars.
The home video will look so familiar to so many parents. The sweet little girl singing and dancing her way to her teen years.
Alexandra Valora.
where she's recognized for achieving outside the home
And please consider me for the National Honor Society.
and thoroughly cherished inside it.
Like, this was awesome, Alexandra. She was such a happy girl.
Again, a lot of those things, a lot of the time when you see those people happy like this, they are not. They are suffering really, really bad inside. And as you can see in the beginning of this video, how this little girl, there's a pressure on her to accomplish things. There's a pressure on her to always smile, be happy, play guitar, win awards. Because the moment she came out of the womb, Gentiles like to do that. They always tell them, the moment you came out the womb, you are superior. Okay, everything's belong to you. You born by default. You're already great by default. So any sport you're supposed to win, any awards or any competition, any contest, you're supposed to win. You're supposed to be number one. And then the pressure got to her, and then she killed herself. And those people can't believe her, sweet little beautiful little girl, and she's gone. It's a tragic thing, but it's the truth. And you can see it.
Motivated.
You can see it. She doesn't want to be here, and she's just forcing her life.
So just full life.
But familiar will turn to terrifying when parents hear the whole story of Alexandra.
And she was displaying this type of behavior in front of them, but she was hating them in her own diary.
Dolores. Just weeks after a family ski vacation. Give a smile. This 17-year-old high school.
Give a smile, be happy. Yeah, you best, you're the best, you're better than this, better than that. And in the bottom of their heart, they know they're not the best.
School junior, straight A student, class officer, and robotics whiz.
Not too bad.
Made her bed, tidied her room, and walked to a highway overpass in Grafton, Massachusetts.
I leaned over the embankment and looked down, and I saw her.
Dean Valores, Alexandra's father.
I was just hoping for warmth.
Genesis 25:25. This is a horrible thing, people. As a father myself, this is a horrible thing to watch. Like, you looking for your daughter, you came in the room, everything is well. She probably went for a walk or see a friend, and then when you look over,
do you know what I mean? There was no warmth. It was done. Then all the cars kept driving by.
And nobody sees it.
My daughter's on the side of the road. Nobody saw this. And she's cold.
This
Nearby,
is horrible.
Dean and his wife Alicia found 2 journals in their daughter's belongings.
There was just so much joy in everything she did, and it doesn't match what was in that journal.
200 pages of self-loathing and despair.
She hate herself.
You are a burden.
You're broken, you're
lazy,
a burden, you're lazy,
failure.
you're a failure. Even though she won everything, that's how Gentiles are. Because deep inside, they know this. They know something is not right. They know they are the complete opposite. That's how the Lord made them. That's what it's in the cup. Okay, that's horrible things, man. But hey.
But that's how she felt inside.
Such a sharp and confusing contrast to who they thought was their happy oldest child, strumming her way through adolescence and still talking to her parents.
You're having all these great conversations.
Great conversations. It just doesn't seem possible, but it's what reality was. Because
you see what she was? I'm so dysphoria, I'm so concise, whatever. I'm so unhappy, I'm so stressed, I'm so stretched, I'm so sad. This is horrible, man. I'm not gonna finish watching this, man. These things like that, they make me really, really feel sad, and it's all over, people. It's all over. The suicides, when you type, okay, my suicide story. Okay, when you watch those people, when you listen to their stories, and you can see the faces, okay, it's crazy, man. I pretty much listen to all of them. Okay, those girls you see on YouTube doing those makeup, and you think they are happy. Those are two little lesbian kid, two 11-year-old committed friend. They were girlfriend, and then people were like, yeah, you guys are nasty, so they killed themselves. So yeah. When you look at this, all those stories, all those people telling the suicide story, it's disturbing. My suicide attempt. Those are the ones that did not succeed. Those are the ones that fail at their suicide. Well, you look at all of this, you call all down there. It's very, very bad. Some of our people, well, quote unquote, people that look at our people, when you watch their videos, and the moment they start talking, you already know something is wrong. There was a dude that I tried to commit suicide because I didn't feel happy and stuff. You're like, okay, yeah, I see where that's coming from, man. Whatever. So this is crazy. If you watch the whole, there are so many people uploading videos and their stories. There was one girl, she go in and out of hospital. And this girl, I'm very familiar with her. She has a lot of psychosis disorder and stuff. She got so many videos. It's crazy. I searched them, I watched. Okay, I think that's the girl that I was looking for. Is it? I think that's the girl. I was looking for that girl.
Before Chloe's family, there was another Canada family grieving the loss of a child.
Let me see the comment, because somebody was saying something. I feel really bad for her father. This is how I want to go. The terrible thing is that she was basically murdered. And you see what those people said? The terrible thing is she was basically murdered. She had no idea it was laced with fentanyl, which is way more powerful than what she was taking. Okay, so you mean to tell me this girl, this beautiful woman, so to speak, was her photo. These beautiful women, people, I live in the hood. And back then, way back, there are certain things that I used to mingle with, hang on with. Those girls, those supermodel girls that you see on YouTube and the movies, and 95% of them are addicts, and they'll do anything for their drugs. Okay, those girls used to come in and perform all sort of things for the drugs. They don't really care what's in it. So now people are saying that, okay, well, it's a terrible thing. It's basically murder. Somebody murdered that girl. You gave her drugs and she died. No, nobody didn't murder her. She died. That's what it is. And this cop right here, that's a very heartbreaking story. But this dude,
it's a beautiful place. And
and that's his daughter.
When she went to high school,
and this is him and his daughter. And the daughter,
vodka, weed.
I don't want to even play this, man. So I'm just going to explain what happened. He become a cop because he was watching Ronald Reagan saying that we need to put them in prison and all that stuff. You know what? Let me let this dude tell his own story. All right?
It's a beautiful place to raise a family. And yet probably every block there's someone on heroin.
He's talking about the white neighborhood, so yeah.
I was sort of the face of law enforcement in this county. And I mostly just worked drugs. Here I'm at work, lock people up, and I'm coming home and my daughter was a drug addict. She kind of felt like I was the enemy.
War on drugs, war on us.
I've been a conservative person my whole life, and I believed in my entire life that arrest and incarceration was the answer to this drug war.
Until it started affecting them. until it start affecting his daughter personally. Because what they do, there's a video I'm looking for that was filmed back in 1980s, where there's a brother was telling them, yo, you guys came into our hood with tractor trailer truck loaded with drugs. We see you guys. You guys dropped the drug there and the guns. You know, he said, I see you guys. But you guys are the one that are doing this. They say, no, we're not the one and stuff like that. And then they come out, they said, okay, well, prison is the only way for those people. Lock them up. Lock them up.
Drugs are menacing our society. They're killing our children.
When Reagan took office, I mean, he was a great speaker. You know, we got to win this war on drugs. This drugs is ruining our country.
Yep.
And, you know, I bought into that. I loved it. I mean,
yeah, when he was a young man, he loved it. And then he'll tell you why he loved it.
I mean, I loved chasing guys down. I loved when they'd run. I loved tackling them. I loved arresting them.
He loved tackle them. He loved wrestle them, the Hebrews, our people.
I mean, I felt like I'm on the front lines of the drug war. I mean, I felt good about it. If they had a lot of crack, good. If they had a little bit of crack, good. If they just had a pipe, fine.
You heard what he said? A lot of crack, good. A smaller buck, good. Even if they have a pipe, that's good. He will arrest them. Even they don't have anything, they are addicts. Good.
You know, at the end of the night,
I want a body.
I want to have an arrest.
I just
want to have a body.
Yeah. And then they were happy because the cop wasn't passing.
Very outgoing, and she was funny, and she had jokes. Brooke's childhood, I mean, her and I were exceptionally tight when she was younger.
Well, just like I am with my little daughter, you know, but you never know. Genesis 25:25, people, all over.
I mean, everywhere I went, I pretty much took Brooke with me, and she wanted to be with me.
Usually the life of the party. Even when she was very young, I'm Brooke's stepmom. So, but for me, I'm still Brooke's mom. Around 12, 13 years old, middle school, we noticed that there was something wrong.
When she went to high school, I'd find cigarettes, vodka, weed.
I'm a little naive.
Weed. As a cop, you were supposed to arrest her right on the spot. But then again, you know, there's two sets of laws. There's two reality. There's their reality and ours. So now they are leaving our reality.
When it comes to certain things, and of course our father's, you know, kind of, he was a narcotics task force agent, so he saw all of it.
2013, the heroin epidemic started to take off. She was just turning 18 about that same time. She calls me in the summer and says, I need your help, Dad, which is something Brooke never said. We went and met for breakfast, and that's where Brooke told me that she was addicted to pills. I asked her how she was affording to have it, and she told me that she was selling her body to get the money to buy pills.
You don't say, we'll stop here, we'll stop here. I'm telling you, man, those girls that you see, those drugs addicts and those girls on YouTube, like, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. I know a lot of them. Well, not personally, but I know their type. I know their type, man, you know. I used to run the street, you know. I never did any of these things, but I started them. That's what I meant to say. But it's very bad, people. It's very, very, very bad. And they won't show these things, you know. Just let you know, people, the cop has been passing on to them. Let's check the fire in California right quick. See what's going on with the fire. No. Let's see the fire right quick. Ooh. And then we're going to close out. The whole West still burning. Let me see this one. Unknown. 1,199 acre. Not 3 months ago. Still out. 3 months ago. Unknown. active. 0 acre just started a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, still active. A month ago, still active. How you gonna put this out, man? I'm no fire expert. I don't know how. That's why I'm asking. These old western state. Let's see how far west it got. Oh. Let's see how far west the fire got. It's all the way in the, well, it reached the south and Texas. This one has 2,000 acres a month ago. Unknown. Status unknown. Probably they pulled them out. Probably they don't. Okay. It reaches as far as, well, Texas is all the way in the south. Come on. Texas is all the way in the south. We'll stop at all those little fire. Minneapolis. Those are like regular fires. So, oh, let's see the green. I never seen the green. Oh, 6 hours ago. So the green was like, they just started. Oh, okay. Okay, so the green just started. I never seen them. They just update that. Okay, how far west? What state is that? Is that Montana? Montana. All the way up to Montana. Look at this one right there. Snyder Fire 2 weeks ago. All the way up to Montana. So, alright, people, just go ahead and look at this. The fire's still burning, and the cup has been passing on to the Gentiles, and it's really bad. So I'll see you folks in another video, you know, and pray. That's all you can do right now. At this moment, all you can do is pray. Okay, this is a very bad thing, a very tragic thing that happened, but it happened. Okay, all praise to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly Mother, sanctifying Yahweh Shai, the Holy Son. Honor and respect to the chosen and the grafted.